Hey guys, so these days I've been feeling extremely unmotivated to write, to read, to do any creative thing really, and I've been trying to figure out why. And as dumb as it may sound, I think it has to do a lot with the aesthetics of my life, the places that I'm spending most of my time right now. They're just not inspiring, and you know, I read about all these artists who do their work in the most incredible places, the most beautiful places the world has to offer. Like, think of James Joyce writing in Dublin and across Europe in different Italian coastal cities. Think of Donna Tartt writing all her novels, well not all, but for sure The Goldfinch, in the New York City Public Library, just immersed, surrounded by books. You think of Henry David Thoreau writing Walden out in the wilderness in a small cabin and just on his walks in like picturesque nature. Being surrounded by beauty, I think, just makes someone more inclined to create something beautiful. And I don't feel like I'm surrounded by beauty in my life right now. I'm in a barn. I'm in my dad's pole barn with all his random junk. I'm living on a country property that is beautiful in its own way, but is not the literary setting that I feel most inclined to create in. I just have this idea that if I was living in some huge romantic city like Paris or Rome or even Berlin, just anywhere but here, anywhere but southwestern Ontario, where it's just countryside, it's just farmland, it's just highways, it's just outer city Tim Hortons, you know, very few quaint little downtown cafes where one can go sit and write and feel like other people are also doing the same thing, that the people around you are also pursuing the artistic life, trying to create something. I just don't feel that here. I feel like my settings are so ordinary and so bland and so unliterary. And so I keep telling myself that once I'm married and once I move out and I have my own place and I can decorate to my heart's content, I can fill my home with treasures and books and just all the things that make me feel like I'm part of a larger world, that I'm not just here. Just all the things that I know will inspire me to write more, just take me out of this place, I guess. I keep thinking that once I'm there, you know, then the creativity's gonna hit, and then I'm gonna just feel like every moment of every day, oh, I'm dying to sit down and just write something, create some art, and just let my genius out. I keep thinking that that's gonna happen, but at the same time, I think I'm in the wrong. I think everything that I've said up to this point is not really, it's true in a lot of senses. It's true that where you are will affect your mood, your creativity. Like, being surrounded by beauty will inspire you to create beautiful things. But at the same time, I think a real artist, a real writer will find a way to create art, will find a way to write, will find a way to escape their surroundings if those surroundings are not compelling. Even if they're not living in some incredible Scottish castle or borough of a historic city, they'll find a way, because real artists, real writers, they're compelled to do those things no matter what, and they can't just sit still and be like, oh, I'll just do it later when my situations change. No, they're gonna do it now, because it's seeping out of them, the desire to create, the desire to write. Their imagination is just dying to be put into tangible form, and so they'll find a way to do that no matter what. And so I guess I've been using my situation in life right now as an excuse in some ways. And I don't think I'm the only one experiencing this. I think a lot of us kind of romanticize the lives of great artists, of great geniuses, where we're like, man, they were immersed in culture, they were living in the big urban hubs, they were surrounded by other artists and intellectuals, they just had all of that going for them, and that's part of the reason why they were so successful. That's why they were able to produce their art, their writings, and be known for that and like accomplish something. Another thing I've been feeling is, I know for myself, the times that I have been most creatively inclined, the times that I've been inspired, the times that I've just had to sit down and write and nothing would stand in my way of doing that, were when I was really struggling emotionally, when I was going through heartbreak, when my outlook on life was bleak, when I couldn't see myself getting out of the dark place that I was in. Those were the times when I felt like a real artist, a real writer. And right now, like, things are going pretty good for me. I'm in a good emotional place. I'm in love. I'm moving on to an entire new chapter of my life. Like, everything is kind of falling into place for me, and I'm excited. And I'm looking forward to so many things right now. And I wonder if that is also taking away some of my creativity somehow. Like, it's just always been, you know, the darkness that kind of drives me. And I think that goes for a lot of people as well. Like, you just look at someone like James Joyce, who was living hand to mouth. He had like no money at so many points in his career. He had a lot of shit going on in his life. Just relationship issues, alcohol abuse. And there's so many artists and geniuses who struggled with those kinds of things, who struggled with mental health, who went mad, who just despaired of life, and yet were able to create and produce great things through all of that. And so a part of me is like, oh man, if only I had a little bit of drama in my life, a little bit of turmoil, then I could sit down and really write something good. And oh, it would be so much better if I was living in some idyllic European city and I could sit in cafes and contemplate life and write down my thoughts and feelings. And you know what? That's just bullshit. That's just wrong. I shouldn't be wishing for those things. I should be so content with how blessed I am right now, and I should be able to do something creative in that contentment. If I'm really a creative soul, then I'll find a way to do that. And so that's kind of the challenge that I have for myself right now, I guess, is stop blaming your lack of motivation on where you're living, where you're at right now in life, and just sit down and do something. And I don't know if this is relatable at all. This is a huge ramble. I had a vision of planning out this video a lot more and scripting what I had to say, and it just turned into a ramble. But I hope that there was something good about this video that people can relate to. Maybe let me know. If not, if I'm just a Looney Tune, then sorry, I guess. Thanks for watching. Hey bud.